All right. So, speaking of possession movies, the next on my list is John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness.
Wow,
Yeah, I was
that is a
thinking.
pick.
Yes, it is. I was thinking, how can I not talk about John Carpenter in this discussion? And I had to really think because I like Halloween. It's great. I could have a whole um, very unpopular conversation about my opinions of the Halloween franchise. I like the first one; it's great, but it just doesn't. I don't know. It's not my favorite of his movies, um, but I really enjoy uh, Prince of Darkness. It takes the Catholic possession movie and takes it into something like a completely different realm. I like that they're. I mean, the whole idea is that they foresee the coming of the Antichrist, so
Mhm.
they apply modern science to it to try to, I guess, stop it. Um, and I think that's a really cool angle to take. And I think with all Carpenter movies, the suspense and the atmosphere that Carpenter is able to create is super cool for that movie. It's almost like, well, the plot is they're in this church, they're trying to stop the Antichrist from coming, being born, and they're um, through exterior forces trapped in a church. So it's a little bit like Assault on Precinct 13 if you were trapped in a church with the Antichrist, basically. Um, yeah, you've seen it before?
Not all the way through.
Okay, I recommend it.
I actually started watching it a couple months ago, and I never got to finish it.
I don't remember if this came out before or after Big Trouble in Little China, but it's got a lot of the cast of Big Trouble in Little China. At least Kurt Russell's Chinese friends, like the old
Hmm.
guy with the wonky eye, and then the younger martial artist. They're both in there. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and then one of the priests, like an old black dude.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no, the priest is Donald Pleasance.
then you know what? Then it wasn't that movie.
Okay, okay, then maybe you've never seen it.
I might not have.
I recommend it.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I've never seen. Yeah, okay,
Oh, and I also forgot Alice Cooper's in this movie.
of course.
Yeah, he plays a homeless man. Um, so that's how many movies? He's just in everything in this period, I guess, when he was really popular. But yeah, it does something slightly new, in my opinion, with um a possession movie. Because there are people that are possessed, there are sort of like demons, if that makes sense. Um, but there you'll have to watch it. There's these scenes in the movie that are kind of like a dream or like premonitions of the future, but it's shot on video, which that was the
Hmm.
technology of the time. But it's so creepy and so unsettling. I think it does a really good job at sort of making this like prophetic end of days scenario seem real and seem it's like it's important and we should stop it. So yeah, it's kind of a weird one to pick. It's certainly not one of the ones he's known for, but it's one that I recommend to anyone that's already seen a little bit of John Carpenter and they want to see other things that he's done that aren't necessarily the hits. It's more of like a deep cut
Hmm.
for me. But
Yeah,
I thoroughly enjoy it.
because there's that Children of the Damned and In the Mouth of Madness
Yeah,
are
it's a little bit. Yeah.
usually the three that people haven't seen.
Yeah, it's a little bit uh it has some elements that are similar with In the Mouth of Madness. Um I think it's um sort of like the doomsday like apocalypse sort of thing going on with it. But I'm not crazy about In the Mouth of Madness. It has its moments, but I feel like I don't know, John Carpenter sort of has a very gradual decline for me in terms of movies that I get excited about or I even like to watch. I feel like um I feel like Prince of Darkness is sort of on the edge of that era for him. Sort of late 80s things were kind of, taking a turn for the old master, but yeah, I recommend it. I recommend it to anyone who likes a good
I have to watch that
possession antichrist kind of movie. It's a good one.
because you know what's funny? Here's the one John Carpenter movie I can't stand.
Huh.
The Fog.
Oh yeah. I
hate
don't
The
I don't
Fog.
disagree. Why though? Like, what's your beef?
It's just so slow
Yeah.
and so plotting.
hmm
And like
Ghost
nothing
pirates are
really
kind of a lame thing.
yeah, nothing really
Yeah.
happens like the first like hour of the film.
hmm
It's just like and
And
then you expect like I guess because I've watched so many Carpenter films
yeah.
and like his build up because like you know my favorite scene in all movies is the ice cream truck scene from
Yeah.
Assault on Precinct 13.
Sure. Yeah.
And the slow build, there's like a payoff. Like I don't care
Mhm.
about like I'll never complain about the pace of a film if it pays off.
Yeah.
And I just don't ever feel like The Fog ever pays off.
Yeah. It feels a little old fashioned.
Yeah.
The story, you know what I mean? The idea of ghost pirates descending on a town and they want to get gold. What do they want from the pre? It was like gold. It was like a gold crucifix or no. It was the gold I think that was stolen from the pirates or taken from the pirates because the pirates stole it. And it was melted down into a cross, I think, or a crucifix. And if I'm wrong on that, I'm gonna look like an idiot for so
I can't tell
boldly
you
being like that's the plot of the movie.
because every time I've tried to watch that movie, I've fallen asleep on it.
Yeah.
So I don't think
That's-
I've ever seen the end of The Fog.
I feel like that's kind of an adverse effect of John Carpenter movies because so many of them are at night.
Yeah.
So like just you're starting to fall asleep in the moon because it's so dark and anyway.
Yeah. Like I've watched Ghost of Mars.
That's
more
one I
times
haven't.
than I've-
That's one I haven't seen. Recommend that one?
It's okay.
Okay, yeah. I feel like
If
I
you
owe it to
want
him.
to if you want to offbeat like newer Carpenter film,
Yeah,
John Carpenter's Vampires.
I kind of don't, but I feel like I owe it to him to watch them all, see where it all.
Vampires
Ended for him.
is fun.
That is James Woods in it, right?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've seen one scene.
And he plays a Catholic priest that's going out to like hunt the demons.
Well, I like that. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one I always because it's new. It's kind of silly, but it's actually a pretty fun movie.
yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Okay.
So
Cool. Well, yeah. I really don't have much else to say about my movie, so I guess that's it. Just go see it. Simple as that.
okay.
Yeah. What do you got?
So sticking with Carpenter,
Yes.
1978's Halloween.
Okay. Good.
um,
My movie looks stupid in comparison, but but Halloween's iconic. I felt weird not including it.
yeah. The soundtrack,
Sure.
the way it's shot.
hmm
So I feel like it was one of the, if it wasn't the first, it's one of the early ones with like Steadicam shots.
Or from the perspective of the
From the
killer.
perspective of the killer.
I-
yeah.
I'm sure that existed at some point prior to, but it's certainly the one that stuck with us, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, look, man, it's the babysitter killer. Like it's
Yeah.
the one.
It's
Like,
it's iconic. It's the one that everyone
yeah, it's the Shatner
borrows
mask.
from. It's the one
Like,
that
it's-
everyone wants to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that I can say about it that hasn't been said by
Sure.
a billion other people who've watched this movie. Because
Mhm.
I mean, it's fucking Halloween. Like they show it every Halloween, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tradition. You have
Yeah.
to watch it at some point during the
So
season.
if you're going to get into horror, this is a great entry point.
It's like it's
It's-
horror 101, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it never overstays its welcome. It's in and out.
Mhm.
You get to see Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
In her first like big role.
hmm
Second generation screen queen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so
It's-
much legacy.
It's like the start of a new era, really. When
It's
she starts
it's
screaming,
the modern
yeah.
horror film. It's the first like
Mhm.
legit modern horror film.
Yeah. That's I guess I
Like
never
modern
really,
slasher.
I never really thought about that with the legacy between Janet Leigh and Jamie Lee Curtis. The whole idea from like Psycho to Halloween as a
Mhm.
period of time, and then from Halloween till effectively now, pretty much is just I don't even want to go so far as say modern horror, but like more
I mean,
contemporary horror, I guess.
yeah, yeah, because I guess you could say because it depends on where you stand. Is like Leatherface as a slasher because Leatherface was actually earlier.
Yeah.
Leatherface was
Hmm.
73.
Hmm.
So if you count Leatherface as a slasher, then
Yeah.
he's the first slasher.
Yeah, and then
But
because I was gonna say usually Halloween or Michael Myers is touted as like the slasher,
slasher,
right? The one
yeah,
that starts it all. But they'd been doing. I mean, I feel like the Halloween, you know, mass killer perspective of killer with big knife is that's Giallo, and they've been doing that
yeah,
for 20 years at that point. But it
yeah,
finally made it to it was just Americanized in a way. I don't know.
yeah.
It
Because
reshaped the genre for America.
I'm trying to think of was it the Prowler? I think the Prowler was before
Yeah.
that.
That was the
Um,
70s.
yeah,
Um
so I want to, it was before
like
78. I feel like
Pieces. Have you seen
yeah.
Pieces?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's their tagline is it's exactly what it sounds like.
Oh, okay.
It's a chainsaw slasher. It feels actually very European. It's kind of like a giallo film. Actually, wouldn't surprise me at all. I think it is Italian. Now that I
Hmm.
think it's one of those Italian movies where they shoot it and they're so desperately trying to make it look and sound like America. I think it's one of those movies. But anyway, um, you can argue all day about where the greatest influence for slashers came from, but I think it really does go to
I
Michael
feel
Myers
like
and
it was
Halloween.
yeah because I think this is I think the reason why it's so influential is in some aspects it's not the first, but
Hmm.
in a lot of aspects at the time it was the best,
Yeah,
and it was the one that married all of the things
yeah,
that contemporary slashers have.
sure.
So the iconic, like simple, you know, soundtrack, like the killer music.
Hmm.
Movies
Yeah,
didn't really have.
especially Italian horror movies because it was very like synth and disco.
Yeah,
But when this was that's the theme for Michael Myers. That's the
yeah,
theme of Halloween. That's why it works.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
Um,
like Babysitter
the
Killer.
Mask. Yeah.
Hmm.
You know, not hapless, but kind of the you know, exclusively going after like teenagers or like
Yeah.
young adults,
Hmm.
punishing people for sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Like the
Yeah.
whole, like that whole zeitgeist kind of comes together
Yeah.
in Halloween in a major way for the first time,
Hmm.
and it's
Oh, it's crazy to think that I don't know during 3 years from 70 Halloween 78 or 79
78.
78. Okay, so maybe 5 years from starting in 78, you have Halloween, and then 1980, and of course they'd probably been producing it in like 79.
Hmm.
You have Friday the 13th, and then all of these other slashers are like, I want to be the next Friday the 13th,
Hmm.
and they do that, and that just keeps going and going and going, and we had an oversaturation of that. But
Yeah,
a lot of good movies and good forgotten movies would not exist were it not for Halloween. More so than the influence in Halloween is greater than anything that came out of Italy because it was I don't know, this is
yeah. I
something
feel like for
you
American
saw.
cinema, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for American cinema, especially American horror films, yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I mean it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what you.
There's not
There's
much
nothing to
there's not
say.
much else to say. I mean, you could
And
spend
you know what also was great about it?
what?
They didn't go supernatural with them
Yeah.
in like
Oh well.
until the
Eventually.
fourth movie,
Yeah.
fifth
Yeah.
movie, something like that.
Yeah.
So
And okay, so if I can very briefly go into beef and come right back out,
yeah,
unlike the new Halloween movies, the new trilogy that
yeah,
they shit out, they're really preoccupied on trying to get this idea of like, oh, the spirit of Halloween. Michael Myers is the embodiment of Halloween. It was done so simply and not nearly as ham-fisted as these new movies in the first
hmm
one. It was just he got shot 6 times. He fell out like he's dead, right? But he's just gone. And I kind of wish it had just ended with that because you know this about me. I'm not a fan of any of the Halloween movies unless it's Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. More on that later. I just think Halloween Season of the Witch is just a fun horror movie. I didn't include it because I didn't want to die on that hill tonight. But yeah, I don't care for Michael Myers as a franchise killer, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah,
It 100%
I
does.
kind of wish that they had just did a one and done, and that was always the idea. So I don't want to give them
Yeah.
too much shit.
So I will say this. You are correct.
Hell yeah.
In that he is not the franchise killer because he's focused on one target.
Hmm.
I mean, this is I hate to like genre hop or whatever,
Hmm.
but this is the problem with Halloween is the same problem that they have with Star Wars,
Sure.
in that they don't expand the universe.
Hmm.
That everything always comes back to this one family.
Right. Yeah.
Because like he wasn't killing the kids of Haddonfield, he was going after his sister, and if you got his way, you got killed.
Mhm. But
It was never like it was never like it was
Yeah.
never intended like there are the Elm Street kids. It's whoever lives on Elm Street is there. Whoever happens
Yeah.
to walk through Crystal Lake.
Well, I think that was
Like
kind of the point. Okay, so in the first one, they hadn't introduced that Michael and Laurie were related. That was part 2.
okay.
But it is a little bit confusing because he's so hyper fixated on her. But I think it's just one of those things, right, where like a killer singles out somebody and you're like, okay, I'm gonna get you. But they don't even Michael doesn't even necessarily go after Laurie specifically. He's stalking her, but he ends up going after all of the friends
Hmm.
first.
Yeah, he's like
Um,
isolating his prey,
Yeah.
basically.
I think she had the misfortune of having the keys to the Myers house, and that's I think why he zeroed in
Mhm.
on her. But yeah, eventually they do the whole family drama thing with those two characters, and that's fine. But yeah.
Yeah, it's like I look at it as on its own because I've seen all of them. I've seen every
Mhm.
Halloween film multiple times.
Sure.
The only one I ever go back to is the first one.
Yeah.
And it's because it's just there's no like there was no like
Yeah. It's very
they changed
textbook.
settings, but it's the same film over and over again,
Mhm.
done slightly worse every time,
Yeah.
except for Season of the Witch
Well, it's a completely different
and
movie.
5. Because I think
Yeah.
5 is where they do like the coven
Yeah.
of whatever, and they raise like Michael Myers from
Mhm.
the dead or something.
I liked H2O though, I will say.
I feel like was that the one with Busta Rhymes or the one with LL Cool J?
That's LL Cool J.
Okay.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
um,
where he's at the college or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that one was okay. I feel like that's a better like you do part 1, part 2, and then just go straight to
20 years
H2O.
later.
Yeah,
20 years
just skip all the other stuff. It's I don't know. Sorry to all the Halloween fans out there. You're
I don't think
you're
anybody's
right in
gonna. I don't think anybody's gonna die on the hill for any other movies other than one.
But considering how much hate I've got for liking part 3, I know they're out there and people love the Halloween franchise.
Let's see. That's the problem. This is the thing though. Is I don't hate 3. I just
Yeah.
hate that it's a Halloween film.
I think it's the second best Halloween film because it's true to the original intent of the series.
Yeah,
and
it was
that
supposed to be an anthology.
Yeah, and so
it's supposed to be different.
I
It was
like
supposed to
that.
be a different thing every Halloween.
I just get bored of Michael Myers. I think.
Oh no! After the first one, he is a
he's done.
very
Yeah. He's just boring. At least with like the Friday the 13th. That's the closest thing you could compare it to. At least there is a different iteration of Jason in every movie. Like the kills get crazier and crazier.
yeah, it escalates.
Yeah. It's a until, he's a demon and then he goes to space and then he fights another monster. They're all logical jumps until eventually it got rebooted or remade or whatever.
Yeah, no, I love like as a film, Halloween 1 is better than all of the Friday the 13th films.
Yeah, like as a
Halloween's
film.
yeah, as a film, it's better
Yeah.
than all of them. But and when it comes to like mute masked juggernaut killers,
Yeah.
Jason's better
Yeah.
because Jason's just more fun.
Yeah.
Jason enjoys his job.
Yeah. And
And
he's
it comes
always,
across on
innovating.
screen.
He's an innovator.
Yeah,
Yeah. You got to appreciate that.
yeah,
This is kind of like a Coke versus Pepsi argument here.
yeah. He's a like Jason really is a like a force of nature,
Yeah.
and Michael Myers is like a stealthy bear, like popping out to like.
Yeah.
So like it's not
Stealthy bear.
yeah
Yeah.
like a man-sized panther
Yeah.
that just kind of stalks.
Well, yeah, Michael Myers, his habitat is residential neighborhoods, and Jason is just campgrounds and woods.
Well, except
Yeah.
for the time he went to New York
It's true. Or the time he went to space.
on a boat
Yeah.
from a lake in Chicago.
Yes.
Lake in Illinois.
Not important. Those little details aren't important. That bogs the whole story down. I'd like to wonder though if they ever had that conversation, like in production for part 8.
Man, once they got to Jason Takes Manhattan,
Yeah.
all they saw was that hockey mask
Mm-hmm.
on billboards
That's all you need. Yeah.
and the cocaine on the table in front of them. That's all they saw. There was no.
This is gonna be the best one, I'm telling you. Yeah. You know, I actually haven't finished that one.
You never saw.
No, I never got all the way through it. I checked out pretty quick after that guy gets his head punched off.
It's the best scene.
Yeah, I was just like, there's no topping this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I should, because that's the only one I haven't finished. Obviously besides the Michael Bay remake. That's
Yeah.
the one you were telling me about.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So I still have a little more watching to do, but yeah, Halloween, very respectable, very sage.
It's a
choice.
utilitarian pick,
Mhm.
and it's perfect for the season. So
Happy Halloween. Anyway. Oh, thank God. I was really hoping this was going to be the next one. Friday the 13th, the final chapter, part 4.
okay,
Yes. I wanted to do one that just had Friday the 13th in general as my pick, but that was just kind of cheating. I think I talked to you this week about it. I recently rewatched part 4 and part 6 for this most recent Friday the 13th, and I think part 4 is now my favorite. I sort of alternate between which ones are my favorite, and there's not a lot to say about the franchise that's sort of new, or anything that's unique to like anything. I don't have anything unique to say about it other than those movies are just so fun and nostalgic for me, like getting into horror movies, because they're so easy to get into, and I don't know, when you start like getting kill counts and like seeing new ways of killing and all this stuff for slashers, it's just fun. Every one of those movies brings something new to the table, like we talked about. And the first one's fun. They're just all a little bit different. I think 4 is the best because it has the best of all of them. It has the best like kills. It's the best filmed, I think, out of all of them. And it's the horniest out of all of them. I think it really reaches a crescendo.
yeah,
of
they
like
up the
teen,
sex in it.
like
Yeah,
sex, like horror thing.
yeah,
Yeah, I think part 2 has the best counselors, but part 4 has Crispin Glover and Corey Feldman, and you can't top both of those performances. Crispin Glover is just so unhinged.
so weird.
Yeah, I obviously he's acting, but I wonder how much of that is just really Crispin Glover.
I'm pretty sure most
Yeah.
of it is.
Mm-hmm.
He's a weird dude.
Yeah, he's a funny guy, that Crispin Glover.
Also, shout out to Willard. If you've never seen Willard, you
Willard's
should
been
watch
on my
it.
list for a long time.
It's fun.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. But yeah, that like I wonder what the direction was to Crispin Glover when they're like, okay, you're gonna go over to the record player and you're gonna put on a hard rock album to try to dance to impress these girls. Like, show me what kind of dance would you do? And it's just him spazzing out. He's got to wonder
I feel
what
like
that day
with
on set
I feel
was
like
like.
with him, you just kind of wind him up and let him go,
Yeah.
and whatever comes out,
You put him on set and say, go play. And he just goes for it. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. He has a good kill with the corkscrew. Yeah. But yeah, the final chapter, even now we all know it was
not the
it
final
was
chapter
not even close.
at all.
But I feel like that's like if you were to tell somebody, okay, watch Friday the 13th, and they ask you which ones, I would just say, hey, start with the first one, or maybe even start with part 2, and don't go past 4 unless you're really hooked and you want to see more. Because after 4, you know, that's really the descent into madness and then mediocrity.
Well, they get really silly.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, then they get so heavily censored too.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. It's one thing if they're going to be silly, but then when you censor it, it's like, whatever. Like, at this point, who cares? Because I know Part 7 had a big issue with ratings, so most of the movie is just censored. There's no like really good on-screen kills or blood or gore or
yeah,
anything like that.
Jason Takes Manhattan, other than dude's head getting punched off, was really tame. It's a really
Yeah.
tame version of
Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think part 4 is the best out of all of them. The only problem is that it does sort of demand that you have watched others. But luckily, I think with most
It's a
of
simple enough story. I don't feel like you.
Well, I think every movie in the first 4, sorry, like 2, 3, and 4, all have exposition flashbacks at the very beginning to let you know what you're watching, and or you know what the story was, and it's just kind of funny to think that, you know, you're walking into a movie theater and because back then if you missed a movie, you missed a movie, right? Like, unless you can rent it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so I
And
imagine
I mean, these came out in such rapid succession.
Yeah.
That
It's like one a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
you
if you
didn't really
missed
get
one-
a chance to rent it.
Exactly. Yeah, but if I'm remembering correctly, I think part 4 does start with a recap of Jason and all of the events up until that point, and it shows you all of the best kills, I guess, from the other ones. So it's kind of like you get 4 movies in one. So it's an efficient way to jump into the Friday the 13th series. But yeah, part 4 is my fave.
All right. Well, I like the silliness.
Mhm.
Like I like 4. 4 is really good.
Yeah.
5 I enjoy just because of the switch up in the story.
Yeah, 5's good.
Was the one where the girl had the lightning powers?
That's 7. That's the one that got really, really
That one's
censored.
silly. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny to like
Mhm.
see like a superpower fight.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That comes out of nowhere.
I love what was the one where he dies? Jason Goes to
Jason
Hell.
Goes to Hell. Yeah.
Jason Goes to Hell just for the last scene is fun to me.
Yeah.
I saw that in the movie theater.
I thought that was so
It's just super nostalgic to me.
Yeah, the last the twist at the end is amazing.
Yeah.
But I hate that it feels cheap that there's less Jason in it, and like they have a
Yeah.
narrative reason for it, but it's just dumb.
Um,
I wish that one didn't exist.
But if I had to tell people to watch a Jason movie that they're going to enjoy, just purely for the kills and the silliness of it,
Mhm.
Jason X
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
is amazing. I love
Yeah.
Jason X. I watch Jason X every chance I get to. It's one of those
Ja-
movies
well,
where if
yeah.
it's on, I'm not turning that movie off.
Jason X is I hated it, but it has one of my favorite kills because we had talked about doing like a list of the best kills in the franchise.
Hmm.
That has one of my favorite ones, the liquid nitrogen scene.
So-
Yeah, it's way better than that.
and
movie
technically,
deserves.
it's not a kill, but when they trick him on the holodeck and he's like beating those girls that
yeah.
won't die against the tree,
Yeah.
it is.
Well, because
yeah,
that's one that's been referenced in other
Yeah.
movies too. So
yeah.
that's pretty good.
So like I love Jason X. And then if you're just into a weird horror movie fight, Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, that's another one I did not like, but I think I'm at the point where I'm ready to rewatch it with a fresh take.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about this. I hate when horror movies forget the rules that they create. They did a really bad job um with that. But you enlightened me actually on some like behind the scenes production stuff with that
Yeah.
movie that I think sort of puts it in perspective and makes me willing to forgive some of the things I
Yeah.
really didn't like.
Yeah. The guy, if you get a chance, watch because I like to watch the like making ofs and like
Mhm.
behind the scenes things with movies.
Yeah.
So in that, the guy who made it is from Japan and had never seen any of the movies and had no background. And New Line was like, we don't care.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they're like, how could anyone mess this up?
yeah.
You know, just go for it. And it didn't mess it up. He just didn't follow
Yeah, he
some of
did
the
his
lore.
version of it and he
Yeah.
just was like,
He ran with it.
yeah.
And I
So,
feel like that's the one most people have either seen or know of. So, I mean, that's got to count for
I
something.
mean, it was a pretty big, it was a pretty big hit.
Yeah.
And me, even though I am a fan of all the lore and like know all the rules and very familiar with the characters, like just seeing this dude's weird take on what it
Yeah.
would be like for them to fight. It's very comic book.
Mhm.
It's very
Yeah.
like kaiju big battle
Yeah.
with two horror
Yeah.
icons.
Alien versus Predator.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
the Wolfman versus
Alien-
Frankenstein.
Alien versus Predator, which it was just fun.
Oh, sure.
Jason versus Predator.
That's true.
And I got to see Kelly Rowland curse. It's just fun. I just
Yeah.
never thought I'd see one of Destiny's Children.
And it's got cool the double endings, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember if did they do different endings for different theaters, or was that like a DVD thing? Because I've seen both endings, but I don't remember the context for that.
Well,
You know what
I think
mean?
they left it open. I think in the version I have, both endings happen. Like
Oh,
Jason thinks he won, Freddy
Mhm.
thinks he won,
yeah.
and like neither are actually like dead or trapped
True.
or whatever. So I
Yeah.
think they were thinking like maybe there's gonna be a sequel.
Well, yeah, because I thought it was yeah, because there's the version where Jason wins, a version where Freddy wins, but
Mhm.
yeah, I'll have to look that up. I don't know which version was the wide
actual-
release version.
Because I feel like
But
the
I
one where Jason like carrying Freddy's
Freddy's
severed head,
Yeah.
and then Freddy winks at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
That was the version I saw in the theater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I think that's the best ending. I don't remember how it is for, like, I'm assuming Freddy's carrying Jason's head, or maybe like I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah,
but
I got to look at the DVD because I
yeah.
have both endings on the DVD. It's just
Mhm.
been a while since I watched it on
Yeah.
that because usually I just watch it wherever it's streaming at.
I like that idea though. I kind of wish more places would do dumb gimmicky stuff like this. I like the idea of you go to AMC and you see the Jason ending.
Mm-hmm.
You go to Cinemark, you see the Freddy ending. That kind of thing is fun.
Yeah.
But we don't have fun at the movies anymore. We don't do that kind of stuff.
No,
So
pack you in like you're on a Spirit airline.
yeah, they put you in the
Watch the movie, eat your terrible popcorn, and get the fuck out.
They put you in the D box and shake you around a little bit, and then you ever sat in one of those?
No,
No, me neither. I
no,
don't want to spill my popcorn.
I don't want weird, dirty water spraying in my face
Well, it's not
when
4D.
sea mist comes.
It's not 4D.
Oh, okay.
No, but it's supposed to shake you to stimulate
Yeah.
the movie. But I don't need to be rocked like a baby. Like, don't shake me while I'm watching this movie. I can't imagine. Like, maybe for like, I don't know. I can't even think of a movie that would make sense or that would be fun. Like an earthquake movie, or like Rampage, or like Cars. You know.
None of it sounds enjoyable.
I said the Cars thing in jest, but I think actually that might be the most.
Maybe Days of Thunder.
Okay.
When you're like
Sure.
riding in a NASCAR and you get to feel that.
Yeah. Okay. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Or I can see that being cool in like a Star Wars movie.
I don't know because I don't know if it can if it can do an accurate simulation of the speed of a
Just do it'll just do a barrel roll in the theater and
Yeah.
you spill your popcorn everywhere and throw up. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that would.
No. It's a stupid idea, but you got to give them some credit. They tried.
They did. They tried to make movie going an event again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all they got to do is okay. They got to bring 3D back. I was really into 3D. I was the only one apparently that liked 3D movies. The most modern version of 3D, not the blue and the.
I think if you do 3D, like with the polarized glasses or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do it, you just have to keep it up throughout the entire movie because the jarring part is when they like gimmick it out and like stick something towards the camera, like, oh, this part's in 3D.
Yeah.
Or like, oh my god.
Well, I feel like movies, 3D movies, because it was really big in the late 2000s, like 2009 when Avatar came out through 2012. They just looked really nice.
Yeah.
I just like the perspective, like the backgrounds.
No, I
really
love
good.
Avatar. I love Avatar because 3D is not gimmicky. It's just part of the movie. It's just
cool.
the movie. Yeah.
But speaking of gimmicky, if you watched Friday the 13th Part 3, that was all
so
gimmicks. Yeah. But I think I told you I finally got a copy.
So is Freddy's Dead. Freddy's Dead has a bunch of 3D scenes in it.
Okay. I'll have to get my hands on that. I'd like to think they have a 3D version of that you can buy at home. Yeah. It sucks though. I'll probably never watch either of those all the way through. I think I told you I started watching Part 3 with the blue and the red glasses. I couldn't get to it. It was painful. So
I'd imagine.
Yeah. I'm glad that version of 3D is gone. Yeah. Was it my turn?
No, because I think we were talking about Friday the 13th.
Jesus. Okay, yeah, go for it. We talked too long about that movie.
So this one will be quick because we already talked about
a little bit, yeah.
One of them, Night of the Living Dead, 1968.
Yes. Another movie you have to watch on Halloween.
Yeah.
In addition to Halloween.
And the great thing about it, you don't have to pay for it. Like you can download it from literally anywhere.
YouTube.
YouTube, Internet Archive. If you're ever looking for like weird horror films, Internet Archive is a great place to look. Yeah. What can you? It's George Romero. It is now this is the first modern zombie film.
Yeah.
Because before this, zombies were possessed people. So like you watch White Zombie. It was people being possessed or whatever. This was the first like dead rising out of the grave.
Yeah.
Shot great, black and white. It's the first interracial kiss in a film. Yeah.
Really?
It was.
People kiss in that movie?
Yeah. What's his name? Why am I forgetting this dude's name? The protagonist.
The main guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Him and what's her name? Judith O'Dea.
Really?
Yeah, they kiss.
I remember he smacks her around a little bit.
Yeah, they kiss in the movie.
Oh, cool. Damn. I can't believe that's not my brain.
Yeah.
But cool. It's breaking more grounds than we ever could have imagined.
So like I said before, he does commentary because so the first one's about racial tensions in America. The second one's about consumerism and like that culture. The third one's about the military industrial complex.
Yeah.
The one with Dennis Hopper where he's the rich man in the tower.
Yeah.
Is about like, well, they didn't call it wealth inequality back then, but essentially wealth inequality.
Yeah.
Because he's living like the people who live in the tower are fine, but everybody else that's working to like give those people a comfortable life, they have to live among the zombies, and they found a way to like chain them up and like use them to drag things, and then the zombies become somewhat sentient,
like a feudal society.
Yeah, they become somewhat sentient, like the one that learns to fire the gun at dead. Yeah, so one of them becomes the leader. Oddly enough, Black Zombie becomes the leader of the zombie army and attacks the tower.
Look at that. Yeah,
it's definitely worth a watch.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of movies are getting added to my list today.
Yeah. So there's not anything that I can say about this film that hasn't already been said.
Yeah.
It's great. Still one of the best opening scenes. They're
Yeah.
coming to get you, Barbara.
Uh-huh.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It's super simple.
Mhm.
Like no crazy makeup effects. It's all just lighting and shadow.
Yeah, they look just like they look ghoulish
Yeah.
more than they look like undead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, but it's still,
Mhm.
still legitimately scary in parts.
Yeah, when she goes up the stairs and sees the dead body,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's upsetting.
The
Oh my god,
the
and the
tension of the dead kid and
uh-huh.
like
Yeah.
when they had to go get gas.
Mhm.
I don't think like there's just so much.
Yeah. And of course you know things are gonna go wrong for them.
Yeah.
Like the two lovebirds go out and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
they're dead. There's no way they're coming back from this. Um, but that's always that happens in every zombie movie. Like the accidental death where like everything's going well, but some like they trip or they get caught on something or
Mm-hmm.
something they're not expecting happens, and those are always the most chilling ways, right? Because it's one thing to get caught by an animal, let's say a zombie in this case, but then it's another thing entirely to get stuck in a car and have it blow up. You know what I mean? Like dumb human mistakes. Um, but I would say the scariest moment in that entire movie is the end when the little girl does
Mm-hmm.
wake up. Oh, and the when she's stabbing the mom, like the way they change the voice as she's screaming. Ugh, it's
It's unsettling.
chilling. Yeah. And I'd say I don't remember if they do any of these moments in Dawn, but any movie that like changes the pitch of a human scream in a unnatural way really unnerves me
Yeah.
because they have a moment like that in Day of the Dead when the colonel or sergeant, whatever rank he is, when he gets ripped in half and like he's yelling as he's getting shredded and like ugh, that's a freebie, right? If you're a horror filmmaker and you're looking for a way to
Oh yeah.
deeply
So
upset
ratchet it
somebody,
up. Yeah.
yeah, that's a way to do it. Um, but yeah, I like how Night of the Living Dead feels like a play in some
Mm-hmm.
cases, especially when the people from below come up. I think that's just I don't know, the filmmaking of the 60s, everything kind of feels a little more like stage, right? They have a wide shot where
Mm-hmm.
everybody's talking over each other and yelling and all that kind of stuff and it's good. I think that'd be a great thing to adapt into a play, especially since you don't have to fight for the rights.
I'm pretty sure somebody
Oh,
has.
definitely.
I'm almost positive there's been a Night of the Living Dead the musical.
Yeah, I Happiness of the Katakuris.
Yeah.
You ever watch that one?
No, I have not watched that
Okay,
one
yeah,
yet.
you should. That one's actually they that one whenever you hear things about it online, it's always likened to Night of the Living Dead meets Singing in the Rain
Mm-hmm.
or Sound of Music. So yeah,
Okay.
good one. It's a good
Well,
pick.
yeah. So I'll
What do I
pass it
got
off
here?
to you.
Ugh. All right, so I felt the need to go back a little bit and pick something old. I was gonna feel guilty if I didn't talk about any Universal monsters. The Wolfman, 1941. He's my favorite of the monsters. Obviously, Dracula, Frankenstein, um, the creature from the Black Lagoon. All cool, but I think the Wolfman is just my favorite, especially as a kid. The transformation scene was deeply upsetting to me for some reason. I think it was, because I saw that so young. You didn't really have this like greater horror genre lexicon in your brain to
Mm-hmm.
sort of like compare it to. So it seemed real, like it could happen, right? Like somebody could become a Wolfman. But Lon Chaney Jr. I think is what really sells the movie for me, even more so than when he's the Wolfman or any of that. He's such a tragic character because I think in most cases, most like werewolf movies are people that are reluctantly werewolves, like they never wanted to be. Um, he's just so sad and pathetic, and he's so remorseful for everything he does. Um, but I think out of all of the Universal movies, this one is one of the best because it's still very gothic and it's so rich with atmosphere, like when they're in the forest and like all the fog and the trees and stuff like that. But this is in the 40s, so they have an actual soundtrack. I think for me, like Dracula and Frankenstein, although they're both amazing in their own right, they don't have a score because they were so fresh into talkies, if that makes sense, that they just didn't have a score. So it's just kind of almost like a silent film throughout parts of it. Yeah. So The Wolfman rules. It's the best one, according to me. Go see it.
I think I've only seen The Wolfman once. The 1940s one? Yeah. I think I've only seen it one time.
It's good. I think because then they didn't really... Well, they have a billion other like offshoots of The Wolfman, because then they have The Wolfman meets Frankenstein, and then Abbott and Costello meet Dracula. But that was one of the big ones for a while. And it's crazy to think that they did that so much later than all of the other movies. I don't know if you're not aware of like the timeline for all these movies, you might think they all kind of happened at the same time, but yeah, it's just kind of cool.
Okay.
What do you got?
Well, I'm staying with the theme.
Okay.
So 1931's Frankenstein.
All of these have sort of synced up pretty well. Like we didn't plan this.
No, I literally had this laying on my lap the same way, in the same order. I mean, it's Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Expertly shot, expertly acted.
Yeah.
Not necessarily scary.
No.
But great creature feature. Yeah. Has one of the funniest scenes in horror movies.
Which one?
When Frankenstein throws that little girl in the water.
Oh yeah.
I have to pause the movie. I laugh so hard every time. I know he's gonna do it. Yeah, and it just makes me smile every time he does.
That's funny.
He's just like, ugh. And it's the weird thing is the sound that she makes when she hits the water, because it's not just a splash, it's like a splash and then like bloop.
and that's so sad that you would laugh, because
it makes me laugh so
it's juxtaposed with like the next scene of like the dad carrying
why is it funny?
That's apparently a pattern for you is child death in movies.
Oh, it's really just so abrupt. It happens so quickly.
Yeah, she really sings like a stone, doesn't she?
Oh, it's a flower. And she like tries to hand it, and he's like,
Well, she started it, because I seem to recall that she was kind of sassy to the monster. I think we talked about this. Have you seen The Bride of Frankenstein?
Not yet.
Okay, Bride of Frankenstein. I need to stop using this as a benchmark for comparisons. Bride of Frankenstein is Spider-Man 2. If Frankenstein is Spider-Man 1.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just more.
I keep hearing that. I keep hearing people say that The Bride is actually a better movie.
I always heard that, and I was like, whatever. Like, it can't be that good. But it's just more. And then at that point in the story, the monster is more intelligent, so he's actually speaking. And so he kind of becomes his own threat. It's like when Wile E. Coyote starts talking. It's like a different aspect of that monster. But anyway, it's great. The Bride isn't really a big part of the movie, actually. It's there's a lot more drama with Dr. Frankenstein and like a competitor, like a rival mad scientist. And it's surprisingly funny. They put a lot of comedy into that movie. It's almost like it kind of is a horror comedy for like the first half of the movie. But yeah, if you like the first Frankenstein, I think you're gonna love The Bride of Frankenstein. Very good. Okay. Out of all of the Frankenstein sequels to exist, that's definitely the one to watch.
Yeah, because I had never. I seen The Wolfman once when I was probably like 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
I'd never seen Frankenstein. I think I saw the Universal Dracula around the same age.
Yeah.
And I just never bothered watching Frankenstein because I was never really interested in the Frankenstein monster.
Yeah.
But I loved werewolves because I grew up watching The Howling and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like Dracula. This was around the time when Bram Stoker's Dracula came out, so
yeah.
And like Lost Boys, grew up watching Lost Boys. I love Vampire. But I just never was interested in Frankenstein. And then one year was actually sitting in the equipment room, and we didn't have
Any work to do?
any work
Yeah,
or anything. So we just rolled the TV in there and we watched Frankenstein
it's a
for
good pick.
Halloween.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a surprisingly good movie.
hmm
So if you're gonna get into Universal Monsters, and you just want to watch an
Yeah.
entertaining old film from the 30s and
That's
watch,
definitely the place to start.
yeah,
Yeah. Even more so than Dracula, because for a while Dracula was my favorite out of all those movies. What year did Frankenstein come out?
31.
31. Okay, so the same year that Dracula came out.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, anyway, yeah. But I think Frankenstein's probably the best place to start. It's it's a different, it has a different creep factor
Yeah.
than Dracula does, and in a way I feel like Frankenstein's a better Halloween movie. So that's more points in its favor, I guess, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's a good pick, but watch the sequel. It's good.
All right.
All right. I was really hoping it was going to be a werewolf movie because I was like, we can just keep this synergy going because I have another werewolf movie in here. It's going to be a bit, I guess. All right, cool. So we're jumping from 1931 all the way to 2005 with The Descent.
Oh,
Yes, The Descent is so good.
almost made my list.
Yeah, it's a movie that I will run through a room to recommend that to people. Like if someone's like, oh, like there aren't any good like horror movies from the 2000s, like I come running. I'm like, The Descent. Go watch The Descent. Um, The Descent is great because it combines. There's just so many elements of the horror of horror in it. It's a creature feature, but
Yeah.
it has spelunking. So if like a haunted house but underground, I guess is a good way to put it. And I hate spelunking. The idea of it is people that do that make me mad.
Being trapped underground is already scary enough.
Yeah. But that's like a whole horror subgenre is claustrophobia. Because one movie that didn't make my list, but I do revisit from time to time is As Above, So Below. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
It's okay. So quick tangent. It's about these French or these explorers from America are in Paris and they want to do like.
Oh, is that the
urban
one where they go
exploring.
through the catacombs?
Yes.
I have seen that.
Yeah, that
I have
was
seen that. Yeah.
pretty good for a found footage movie. I mean, not all found footage movies are high quality, and you could argue this one's not, but it's very unsettling and like there's a scene where they're crawling through bones and it's like they're all covered. Ugh. But anyway, The Descent. That's a movie that I love when people just despite themselves make horrible decisions with their own safety. Like let's go in a cave.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, it's bad. It's already like the movie itself could be horrifying even without
Mhm.
the monsters that live in that cave. But yeah, once those monsters come out, it's just
it ratchets
a bloodbath.
It ratchets up what is already an intense film.
Mhm.
It ratchets it up from an 8 to a 12.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And
it's-
every time I see it, it's never okay. Like Halloween's a good example. First time I saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is like, kind of scary." You know what I mean? But then when you see it enough times, you're like, "Yeah, whatever." The Descent for me so far, I'm able to watch it every time and be just as unnerved.
yeah.
Um,
Well, it's because it's so situational.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
you know, when you've seen Michael Myers like stalk somebody for the
Mhm.
100th time,
yeah,
like it loses a little bit of a luster.
yeah,
But like you don't ever forget the feeling of like when that girl's rope snaps
yeah,
and she like falls and she's like scratching herself on the thing.
Uh-huh.
That just freaks you out.
yeah,
And then like she lands and then she realizes that something else is in that cave with her. It's
Mhm.
yeah, that's just the most.
yeah. The first time they introduce them, and then, yeah, and then a lot of them start turning on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got good human drama too. And I know for anyone that's watched any horror movies ever, the idea of the final girl or like the strong female lead. This movie's like, okay, what if we gave you 10
Yeah.
to start with? And then I don't actually remember what the number is when they go, and it's less than 10, but still, there's all of these. I don't know, when you watch a Friday the 13th movie, usually within the first 10 minutes, you could be like, okay, this girl is going to be the one that lives.
Yeah.
And I guess they kind of do that because there is a main character, but you know, with the conventions of horror and the rules, like any one of them could
Well, you
live.
see how strong they are in the beginning,
Yeah.
and then you just start to see them break.
Yeah. I mean, they're all
Over time.
they're all objectively strong within reasonable parameters, right?
Yeah, anybody
Yeah.
who like decides I'm gonna
Going to a cave.
strap on a headlight and like lower myself into
Yeah.
the depths of the earth.
There's just no there's no sense in that. If you're watching this and you're considering doing that as a hobby or going with someone, just don't. If this can be your sign from the universe, just don't do it. There's no good that can come from that. What are you gonna find down there?
I'm pretty sure.
Like nothing.
I'm pretty sure that film taught most of the people
Yeah.
of that era what the term spelunking was, because I don't think anybody knew what that was
Yeah.
unless you were an avid spelunker.
Sure. Also, what they gotta come up with a new thing to call themselves.
Yeah.
It's just a dumb. It's a dumb word for a dumb hobby.
Excellent film, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I guess if that hobby didn't exist, then I wouldn't have this movie. So, I guess I have to be grateful for that. Have they done sequels to The Descent? Surely.
I think they have.
Yeah. Okay.
I think there's at least a Descent too.
Yeah. I need descent deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what they would call it, but why would you go back? You know, it's almost
Look,
like
man,
it's like
why-
the Lost World Jurassic Park. Like, why would you go back?
Why is there more than 3 Friday the 13th movies?
Because there's almost no survivor, so no one's gonna go and say, you know, what's up. Anyway, but yeah, The Descent is one that quickly became one of my all-time favorites, and I love recommending that one. Watch The Descent. All right, what do you got?
All right. We're going super recent.
Okay. Oh,
Which will
yeah,
tell
I
you-
caught a glimpse of this one. I'm excited.
Why I like most of the movies I love, I've lived with for a long time.
Yeah,
This one I didn't have to.
you just went to the top of the list right away.
Yep. 2023, When Evil Lurks.
Yes.
Argentinian possession film.
Mhm.
It is the best possession film since The Exorcist.
Yeah, I would agree.
It is.
It's up there, and like we were talking about hours ago, now some more modern horror movies are taking the conventions of The Exorcist, and they're like, okay, what if we did something completely different?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's this movie.
And it is possession as a plague, basically.
Yeah,
And it is brutal and haunting
and yeah,
and just
unrelenting.
yeah. It's not a long movie, but you are in for a long slog when you start this,
Yeah,
because it is gonna grab you by your emotional
Uh-huh.
balls and not let you go
Yeah.
for a solid 2 hours. It is.
yeah. Don't watch the trailer for this movie because this
It doesn't do it justice.
well, it doesn't do it justice, but it did ruin actually what would have been the most. Yeah,
yeah.
you know that scene where I'm not even gonna. We won't even get into it.
Yeah, there's there's 2 scenes
Yeah,
that are so jarring and
Mhm.
so out of nowhere
yeah,
and so brutal, and they let you watch this happen
yeah,
the entire time.
yeah.
And what's funny though is that there's a scene in it that I don't think they showed in the trailer, because
Oh, sure.
out of context you would never know it.
hmm
But it's the scene where the boy spits the hair out.
Yeah,
It is
Uh-huh.
that is the most unnerving thing, because you see the progression of how he gets there,
hmm
and it just
had
rips
to-
that movie rips your heart out every chance it gets. Every time you think
yeah.
it's gonna get better,
It gets worse. And it's I get a kick out of characters that make the wrong choice because they can't help it. This is kind of like that, but okay. So like, quick aside, like, I've seen any Safdie brothers movies.
Yeah.
Okay, those are characters that make poor choices like because they can't help it, like they're addicted to gambling or they're just making bad choices. This is a movie where it's so relatable in the way that these characters make the wrong choice every step of the way, but it's not necessarily because they can't help it. It's just like, okay, you have two choices, Charles. One is going to be a good choice and the other is going to be bad. And they're like, you're like, make the bad choice, but you don't know it's the bad choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's so tragic. Yeah.
It is a tragic movie. And it's tragic in like, what is it, Zazu or Bazu or whatever the demon name was in
Exorcist?
Yeah.
Pazuzu.
Pazuzu, yeah.
Yeah.
Pazuzu was an asshole. He was an asshole.
Yeah.
But
he's a jerk.
There was, I don't want to say like a familiarity.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I guess so, because in American culture, like I'm not Catholic, but
yeah,
like that church has a lot of influence on like religion in the country.
Yeah.
So like how that demon, like the related, like the things that it would do are not out of the realm of like what you would see or what you would imagine.
Yeah.
Like a demon in real. Whatever demon that was in When Evil Lurks.
Yeah, well, I think it was kind of like an Antichrist sort of situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was torturing that dude through the whole, because he knew, like,
yeah,
he was basically letting that dude live to like watch this whole thing unfold and never even bothered. I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah, this is
he's fucking mean.
Yeah. He really relishes it.
Like it is just.
This is a movie that it's worth watching without knowing too much, other than it's a possession movie that will just sort of invert your expectations on the genre. Like that's probably the best way to.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll show a clip, maybe we won't. I don't know, but certainly don't watch the trailer. If you're interested,
if you're gonna watch it, just go watch it.
Just jump right in. Yeah, jump into the deep
just
end.
know that, like, if I don't want to sound like an asshole. I don't want to be like, if you're sensitive, like don't.
Well,
but like,
but
like if you're not willing to take that ride,
yeah, I mean, if like you start watching and you turn it off, I mean, whatever. Like, know.
It's a film, but I will tell you, like, if you're overly empathetic to the pain of others, do not watch that film.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It will fucking break you.
Or watch it, man, and just get broken.
Yeah, if you like to be broken.
Yeah, just sort of just be sort of like numb to everything.
I'm the last person to ever describe myself as an empath, and it almost made me, like, some of those scenes actually almost made me cry.
Yeah.
Like the dog scene. And I like it is.
Yeah, well,
it's so sudden and so jarring, and the way that lady screams, like when she's running out of the house. Oh my god, it's just
every scene is a nightmare.
Yeah,
it's like the dog one I wouldn't say is an irrational nightmare, but it's the kind of thing that, like, if you sit there, maybe I'm speaking for myself, and if I were to like let my anxiety run with scenarios being like, oh, this is gonna happen, that is just the movie.
Well, I think yes, yeah. That is a very apt description of,
because I the scene where the two characters, I kind of look at them like Mario and Luigi. When
very much so.
Yeah, when
Luigi, I never thought about that.
It kind of ruined it for me a little bit. I was like, oh, it's just because I forgot what their names are, but they're very Mario and Luigi coded. But when Luigi's driving the car down that long road, and you see what you see,
yes,
and that's the kind of thing that gives me chills, because that's something that, like, we've all been there, driving down like a dark, lonesome road, and your imagination's like getting the best of you. Like, what if I saw this? That is just nightmare fuel. That's why you shouldn't watch the trailer.
Whole film is nightmare.
Yeah,
fuel.
the whole thing. But yeah, that one's doing good. I'm excited to see how that propels the genre. I feel like it'd be worth having another conversation about genre or horror in the last like 10 years or even 5 years,
Well,
because I feel bad that I'm not including movies like Barbarian or like X,
Malignant.
Malignant. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah.
You know, it was one that I didn't even think about until after we did these things. But I
Yeah.
wouldn't do it as one film. I would do it as a series, the Rec series from
Which one?
Spain. Rec, the Record series. It's
Oh,
the best found
yeah.
footage movies.
I actually don't know if I've seen those.
Oh,
Okay.
there's one on a cruise ship, and it follows
Okay.
like it's they're having a wedding on a cruise ship or
Mhm.
whatever, and then there's this outbreak because they're all about outbreaks in like contained spaces or whatever,
Oh, sure.
and turns people into like flesh eaters or whatever.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Okay. Yeah, that would actually be a good one for like discussing like found footage stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've seen a couple of the VHS.
I've seen all the VHS
Yeah,
movies.
those are
Yeah.
those are fun. If anything, we should do like a
I'm a
list.
fan of anthologies.
Yes, we should have more anthologies, like more mainstream anthologies. But that'd be a cool list to do. Is at least with all the VHS movies that are out now, just do like a tier list of like the best ones, because some are definitely better than others. But
100%.
yeah, that's
But even the bad ones have like one or two in the anthology that are
yeah,
definitely
and
worth
mostly they're memorable. So next up on my list is Return of the Living Dead.
Excellent choice.
Yeah, not to get confusing, but yeah, the 1985, The Return of the Living Dead. This is that's just fun. If you're looking for a horror movie that's you know, I feel like everyone who engages in pop culture probably thinks like, oh, like the 80s. People say the 80s has the best horror movies. This is a perfect place to jump in. It's just a crazy punk rock zombie movie. And like we talked about earlier with the history of the Romero movies, I guess this is kind of where it takes off, or sort of the universe of the zombie movie sort of branches off. It's written and directed by Dan O'Bannon, who wrote Alien, who's in Dark Star. I think he wrote Dark Star, John Carpenter's first movie. But yeah, it's so fun, and I like that it builds off the legend of Night of the Living Dead, with the whole idea that movie what actually happened in their world, like that's like history.
Let me ask you a question, kid. Did you see that movie, Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah. That's the one where the corpses start eating the people, right? Sure. What about it?
Did you know that movie was based on a true case?
Come on, you're shitting me, right?
I ain't never been more serious in my life.
But it's just funny too. And it's the people panicking in that movie and as a reaction to the zombies is so intense at certain scenes, because it's a horror comedy, but they're just so upset. Like people are screaming and crying throughout that whole movie.
Yeah.
It's a little jarring, I guess, if I really think about it, because it's like, what is it supposed to be, a comedy or a horror movie? But it's both.
It's so like the zombies are so over the top in Technicolor.
Yeah.
In this film, in that film is just it's an insane film.
It's also a really good movie with like a group of people surviving with makeshift weapons. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Left 4 Dead video games. And in fact, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if those games took from this movie. Yeah, because they're patching up windows and they have like makeshift weapons. But yeah, I mean, Night of the Living Dead started that. But
you know what's funny though, because I didn't even think about this until now.
Yeah,
I always thought that Zack Snyder started the Fast Zombies with his remake.
No,
but no, Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, and the zombies they have such an interesting reason for being zombies, because they're brain eating zombies, which is more like 50s atomic age monsters with like brains, but that's where that comes from, because they need to eat brains in order to alleviate the pain of being dead. Like, what a cool reason. And they can talk and they're smart. Like when they kill the paramedics, like send more paramedics. Super cool, and the soundtrack is awesome. And Linnea Quigley is just doing what she does best, just really explicit full frontal scenes for no reason other than to have it in the movie.
Yeah. That is one weird thing about that film.
Uh-huh.
Is there's so much, and I'm I'm no prude,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of unnecessary nudity. Like
Yeah.
unnecessary and unexplained. Like I get it. But you're in a graveyard.
Yeah.
You can probably at least save the sex from when you're inside the mausoleum.
That character I think it's supposed to be over the top.
Yeah.
It's like this.
Well, I mean, the whole film's over the top.
Right. But it's like, it's making fun of like punk rockers or like any sort of like horror goth of the era. And I always feel bad when she gets got by the zombies, but it's so funny because she's like, you want to know the worst way to die? It's being pawed at by dozens of old men eating my flesh. And it's like so specific to what actually happens to her. But God bless Linnea Quigley. They invite her to a movie and she's like, okay, I guess I'm taking my shirt off in this movie. Yeah. So she does a very good job in that movie. And then becomes kind of a crazy zombie monster. Not your typical zombie too. It's almost like Evil Dead levels of demon at some point. But yeah, that one rocks. The sequels are not great. Just watch the first one. And
I like the third one. Yeah, the one with the girl on the cover with the nails.
Okay, I haven't seen that one yet. I saw part 2 and I was just kind of turned off.
I like the third one.
So you're telling me I stopped too early? I should have kept going. There was gold.
You could have skipped 2.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but yeah, I like the third. I like the third one, but I also like silly. I like silly horror films.
Yeah, I like,
and it is.
I like
very
schlock,
silly,
and I like being able to complete something. So I'll finish
because like there's a bunch of like unnecessary. All right, so like one of my favorite like horror films is there was a ninja craze in the 80s.
Yes, of course.
So Ninja 3: The Domination is actually a horror film.
Oh,
yeah, she's possessed by the soul of a old Japanese ninja, and like he pops out, like he uses her body to get revenge on like the people who wronged him.
Now that you mention that, there's a couple of maybe even more than a couple of samurai or ninja possession movies in the 80s and maybe like early 90s, especially like in the Midwest. I can't remember what it's called. There's one specifically where like people are possessed by a suit of samurai armor, and it's the kind of stuff you find on Tubi. You know what I mean? I'll look it up later and get it to you. Yeah. But yeah, nothing beats the Tar Man from Return of the Living Dead. Such a cool zombie. That's one for the ages. Yeah,
the Tar Man that comes out of the barrel.
Yeah, he's all shambling around and stuff.
Big old eyes, big googly eyes.
Yeah. That one rocks.
It's such a goofy movie, but it's so fucking entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good. I like that movie.
Yeah. See what you got there.
All right,
that's an exciting one.
The Granddaddy. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1973.
Texas.
Actually have it on the shirt today.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Leatherface.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool guy had that Leatherface.
Where we look, man, this is a low budget classic.
Yeah.
Toby Hooper.
Yeah.
Just riding around Bastrop or wherever the hill country.
That movie is so gross and squirmy and sweaty.
And to say that there's no blood in it.
Yeah.
There's no blood in it. But it is one of the most uncomfortable films.
Mm-hmm.
Just the scene where they're trying to get the grandpa to like crack her skull with the mouth. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You want to talk about unnerving cinema. And this is the thing. Is you talk about that scream from that one lady in Evil Dead 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
The kid in the wheelchair, his voice and he's squealing.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's one of the most.
He's really annoying.
Yeah.
He's great.
It's just crazy. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, man, it's Texas Chainsaw.
hmm
And I mean, like he says, in most of these, the sequels, not the greatest films in the world. There are some redeeming qualities
I
to
like
them.
part 2. Yeah.
Part 2 is insane. Dennis
Mhm.
Hooper as the sheriff in that
Mhm.
movie is just, it's unhinged.
Yeah.
It's
awesome.
an unhinged film. They kept making Leatherface more and more crazy looking
Yeah.
in
They
the
have a
as they go.
in part 2 they have that scene that right before the first jump scare of the movie. Oh, it's so good. I watched it and I like my skeleton jumped out of my body when that I should have seen it coming, but anyway. The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, man, if you get a chance, if I thanks to AFS, I actually got to watch it on the big screen
Oh,
for
were
the
you
first time because I
were you at that
never.
one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I saw it there. I saw it on the big screen there too. I took a buddy of mine.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got to meet him. What's up, Bryce? If you're watching, he wanted to get into horror movies just because I talk about him so much. So I showed him Halloween, and that scared him, and that was actually kind of fun because at that point in my life, I was like, Halloween's kind of boring. But seeing it through somebody's eyes who'd never seen anything like that before was great. So I thought, okay, like he's seen Halloween, he's seen Nightmare on Elm Street. Like it's time to graduate into Texas Chainsaw. That movie had him so shook. By the end of it, he was like nauseous. Like it's so deeply upsetting, and I think as frequent horror movie viewers, we kind of take some of that for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
We get so used to the intensity.
I mean, and that's the thing though. Like not knocking the intensity of this movie because it is intense. It's not a movie it's not for easy viewing. At least not for me. Like especially towards the end where they're kind of like torturing her and like making fun of her.
Yeah.
And I remember that was the part that made him the most upset when they're all at the dinner table like howling at her and like all those extreme close-ups of her eyes and she's like screaming and crying. Ugh.
Yeah.
Horrible.
It's very like it ebbs and flows, but it does it at the right times and the right pace.
Mhm.
And like there's just like some of it, like the dinner scene is so dragged out, but
Yeah.
it's so like because the
Yeah.
quick cuts and like just going to the emotion on her face and then going to them laughing
Yeah.
and like the feathers are everywhere and you see
Mhm.
all of like the chicken skeletons and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And it's so, but then there's that one scene where I think it's the boyfriend is going to look for her and he steps inside the house
Mhm.
and all you see is boom. They drag the body in and then that
Slams the
steel
door.
door shuts.
Yeah, Leatherface's
And you're just like
intro is so it's so
jarring
worth it.
and so yeah.
It's a great build-up because even if you like never seen a horror movie before, like some bad shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You don't if you're walking around out here in like in the hills in Central Texas and you're walking around at someone's property, like some bad shit's gonna happen to you for sure. But yeah, it's the perfect reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much right with that film.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's oh my god, even the intro to it because they do it like a found footage type thing or whatever.
Yeah, like a news story.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Like it's just it's
and the dead body on the tombstone. That's it's so gross.
It's so worth the watch.
And like they get the Omen, and again that's teens on like a vacation going to some place they shouldn't be. And that was 73, right?
Yeah.
So but way before Halloween or Friday the 13th.
I mean, it was the Hitchhiker era.
Yeah, that's true. So I guess that was kind of topical at the time.
It was like just past hippie.
That'll show you not to pick up hitchhikers.
Yeah. This was like it was what Summer of Love was 69.
Sure.
So yeah, 73. It was right in that slot.
Yeah,
so
you're driving around in your
your Scooby van.
Yeah, your Volkswagen van. Yeah, pick him up. Yeah.
Do you see if he's got any pot? Yeah, it's
It's so good. Yeah, how can you not pick that?
Yeah, it had to be on the list. Like any top 10, top 11 about horror and doesn't have Chainsaw on it, I can't.
Yeah, no. You have to include it. And the only reason I didn't include it is because I'm having this conversation with you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you knew I was gonna.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, if you weren't here and it was up to me to tell the masses about what movies they should or shouldn't watch, that's definitely up there. It has to. It's like it's a it's like horror 101.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
It's right there.
hmm
All right, so
Okay.
we're down to our last films.
Okay. 2013, The Conjuring.
Ah,
I had to pick a James Wan movie. I love his take on the supernatural
if
possession
you were going to
movies.
pick one, I was surprised you didn't do *Malignant*.
Malignant's too new. It's too
Okay.
new because I've only watched it once, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, I've been meaning to, and we were planning on watching it. It just hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But The Conjuring is maybe the one I've watched maybe the most, next to Insidious. I thought about picking Insidious, but Insidious is kind of batshit crazy. I like the world that builds, but I prefer The Conjuring's simplicity, if you can call it that. It's just a possession movie. I forgot for a second that it's based on Ed and Lorraine Warren's adventures. Say what you will about Ed and Lorraine Warren, I think that's interesting. They seem like potentially very predatory real life humans. I could have a whole conversation about the paranormal and paranormal investigations and all that kind of stuff. But as movie characters, very cool and
The
very
fictionalized,
compelling.
stylized version of it
Yes.
is very good.
Yeah,
And they
they're
picked two great actors to play them.
yeah, they're great, and they're kind of like superheroes.
Little
They're
bit.
not superheroes, but like I don't know, paranormal detectives.
They're
in a way.
they're competent Scooby Doo's.
Yeah, confident. Yeah, they step one, don't get a giant dog and bring him on
Yeah.
investigations. But yeah, that movie is really unnerving. I just love possession movies, and when the exorcism scene when they try to exorcise her in the basement is so good. I typically don't like loud horror movies unless it's a James Wan movie. Those movies are really good at making things sort of lulling you into a false sense of security, and then suddenly, like the second before it's going to happen, it's like, oh, I'm going to get got, right? And then they hit you with something really scary. And James Wan loves those scenes where something is just immediately behind somebody. You know what I mean? Because this is the one where the witch's feet are like dangling behind Patrick Wilson. That's his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Patrick Wilson's great in this movie too. But yeah, there's not much else to say about it. This genre, and then specifically James Wan movies, are just kind of comfort food for me in terms of horror movies. I just love them, and they always, not always, but I like that possession movies do kind of have a happy ending.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of corny and old fashioned, but I do appreciate like the triumph of good over evil in these kind of cases. It's one thing to blow up Jason Voorhees with 1,000 machine guns and grenade launchers. That's another thing entirely, where it's like it's faith based or whatever, but
some family gets their boy back. Like,
yeah,
it's fun.
yeah, exactly. Like a mother gets to reunite with her family. Like it's very fulfilling. But yeah, The Conjuring and all of those James Wan movies hold a special place in my heart.
Yeah. So if I'm gonna say anything, I love the Conjuring movies. They get a lot of unnecessary shit because they're not graphic, because they're all like PG-13, and
Yeah,
I would say if you have a kid that's like between the ages of like 8 and 12 and they want to get into horror, this is the perfect entry point for them,
yeah,
because it's not too graphic. It's scary, but not in a grotesque or like
yeah.
weird way. The first horror movie I ever saw was Poltergeist. I saw that when I was 3. My
Yeah.
mom took me to the movie theater to see it.
Yeah,
I think Poltergeist is PG.
yeah.
It's 80s PG.
80s PG. Yeah.
But it's PG.
Poltergeist is I almost thought about including it on this list. It's the perfect family horror movie.
Yeah, that's how I feel about
Yeah.
the Conjuring films.
Yeah, well, you're right. I think a little more intense, but that is just
Yeah.
the times. Now that's sort of the benchmark. if that makes sense.
No, it does.
Yeah.
It does. And I mean, the later films, like this last Conjuring film,
Yeah.
that was they ratcheted it up a little bit with
I
that
don't
one.
even remember which. Oh, The Devil Made Me Do
Yeah.
It. Yeah.
That
I
one's a
haven't-
little,
I haven't seen that one yet, but
yeah, it's fun.
yeah.
It's
I
fun.
usually watch the entry of a new series and then the sequel, and then I kind of drop off with his movies.
I
But
don't know. I think I've seen all of the offshoots also.
jeez.
Because that's what gave us Annabelle, like their little curio cabinet, like their
Yeah.
little warehouse.
Oh yeah,
and all
and
that stuff.
I completely forgot about Annabelle. This movie is sort of like this nexus point where everything, like all the offshoots, sort of spread out of this one movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
So, like,
James. I love that one.
yeah. So like if you're gonna, like I said, if you got somebody who wants to like get into horror, but they don't want
That's
to
a
get
good one.
into like the most grotesque,
Mhm.
don't start them at torture porn. Start them at The Conjuring.
Yeah. Or Insidious if you want.
Insidious is fun too.
Yeah.
Insidious is
It's
fun.
it's like a little bit like something like Guillermo del Toro would
a
make.
little bit.
Yeah, like some sort of like the fantasy world that they create. It reminds me a little bit of like Hellboy in a way. In the
Yeah.
demon realm
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
like the monsters that come out of there.
Yeah, you go into
Yeah.
that darkness and all that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I get it.
Okay. This your last
Okay.
one?
My last one.
Okay.
2008 Splinter.
I'm so glad that I watched that now because at least I have a frame of reference for this.
So, the reason why I picked it, it is modern, low budget horror done very well.
Hmm.
This is a horror movie that the creepiest parts aren't the visuals, it's the sound. Whoever the sound guy was
Yeah.
or the Foley guy was on Splinter
Hmm.
was doing the Lord's work. Because
You gotta make up for it, you know?
yeah,
Like fill in the gaps.
because it's a movie. I think there's only 6 people in the entire movie. 6 people and a dog, I think,
Yeah.
in the entire film.
Yeah.
It's about an alien or some like thing
Mhm.
that basically is a parasite,
Yeah.
and it has these like black splinters that come out of your skin
It's like a
and
fungus.
yeah, and it takes over your body, and it like breaks you, like basically like
Mhm.
cracks bones and does all of these things, and these people end up picking this thing up or getting infected by it, and they barricade themselves inside of a gas station trying
Yeah.
to keep it out. And there's this one scene where it gets on this dude's arm and it's crawling up his arm and it's just cracking every bone in his
Yeah.
arm as it goes. And the sounds
Yeah.
that are coming, if you don't wince when you hear that, you're not human.
Yeah, it's disturbing. You can imagine the guy in the booth with a bunch of celery sticks or
Yeah.
you know,
I don't know what he's
real bones probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is. It's claustrophobic, it's sweaty.
Yeah. Very sweaty. I feel like I can get mosquito bites whenever I watch that movie.
Yeah, and it's a perfect way to spend 90 minutes like just watching an enjoyable.
And it goes
horror
really
film.
quick
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it never slows
Yeah.
down. Like once the part where they like pull into the gas station, once they hit that gas station, the movie
Mhm.
never really slows down.
And they don't ever really go into how or why, right?
No.
I kind of appreciate that. And I like that it's engaging even without that. It's just, hey, this horrible situation's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Try to live. And even for being in such a small location, which is always thrilling when you watch an indie film like that, where you're just like, oh, they save so much money.
Yeah.
But even though it's a super tiny location, it doesn't get old. You know what I mean? Like
No.
there's always some new thing that you're not expecting. Like there's some new way that they're going to use the set, and you're like, oh, like cool. Like yeah, they have really compelling reasons for not leaving.
Yeah. And
know?
they like explore that tiny little gas station, that convenience store,
Mm-hmm.
in so many ways and so many different angles that you never really see the same thing.
Yeah.
Like from scene to scene.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it feel bigger until they
Yeah.
do like a wide shot and you're like, oh, they just moved across the store. Like it's,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
when they're trying to get to the police car to like
Mhm.
get to the radio to like ask for help or whatever.
Yeah.
And they show like the police car is only like 30 feet from the door.
Mm-hmm.
That's a dangerous ass 30 feet.
Yeah. That's for sure. I
Yeah.
like the fact that it is in a convenience store is great. It's now that I think about it, it's a little bit like Dawn of the Dead in the way where it's like you have some sort of external threat, but
Mhm.
but fortunately enough for you, you're trapped in a building that has all of the resources you could use to survive if you're clever enough to use them. And that's cool because I mean you would hope that if you were in a situation like that, you would have
Mhm.
the means as opposed to like imagine if that movie took place in like a farmhouse, right? An
Mhm.
abandoned farmhouse or like a cabin or something like that. I'm sure it'd be I'd like to think it'd still be entertaining, but it's cool when you are able to put yourself in those shoes and be like, okay, this is what I would do. You
Mhm.
know? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good
Splinter
pick.
is very much that. So
And I'm glad you're repping it because I feel like most people I don't know. I don't want to speak for everybody, but it seems like a lot of people don't talk about that movie because
no.
everyone I think is anyone who's watched horror movies at least has probably heard of it. Like I'd seen it on video store shelves 1,000 times, but it never occurred to me to watch it until you recommended it because I haven't met anyone that's watched that movie and will sing its praises. But it's good. It's a great movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great entry point into that like budget of horror because like it was never gonna get released in theaters. Like it was
Yeah.
never like it's just kind of a if you know type thing.
And that era too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because not a lot good I feel happened between 2001 and 2008 or 2009. There's good stuff out there, but I think you know what I mean. A lot of bottom of the dollar bin
Yeah.
sort of movies came out during that time. At
Yeah.
least that I'm aware of.
And you know what else? Not a teen film. Not one teenager in sight.
Yeah, just some
It's-
some good old fashioned adults getting out of trouble.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm 100% an advocate for people watching Splinter
Yeah,
because I've never
It's,
told anybody about that film and they not enjoyed it either.
it's on streaming somewhere.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Mhm.
It's got to be.
It's probably on Tubi. It's always on Tubi. Anything you could think of is on Tubi, except for all of the Friday the 13th movies. Apparently, you have to rent those. You have to pay for the right
I'm sure.
to watch those movies.
Who owns it now? New Line. Who owns New Line now?
Paramount.
Oh, it'll be on Paramount Plus
Yeah.
probably during the. I mean, you got to pay for Paramount Plus.
Yeah, it wasn't though, because
Yeah.
the last Friday the 13th, which was like a week ago, I was desperately searching for it, and the only one that exists that you can watch on streaming for free is the Michael Bay one.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
All right. Last but not least, this is coming a little bit late in the list. On the timing is not as perfect as I would have liked, but An American Werewolf in London, 1981. Yeah, I was kind of hoping it would have come after the werewolf discussion, but I think this is one of the first 3 horror movies I actively elected to watch as a kid.
Hmm.
It was Poltergeist, Phantasm, and this, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. But there's so many visuals and so many scenes in this movie that scared the hell out of me as a kid. The first time the werewolf presents itself, and I guess it's worth noting that they kind of follow Jaws logic, where you don't see the werewolf a lot of the time. It just kind of it'll pop in the frame for a second, and it's so quick you can't see what it is. But those opening scenes when they're walking on the moors, even though they were blatantly told not to do it, it's so eerie when you can hear the wolf in the distance. And after he gets bit, spoilers, the main character, of course, gets bit by a werewolf. The all of the events and all of the like dreams that he has leading up to his transformation are so upsetting and like I don't know, kind of mean spirited too. Like they don't need to happen. Like there's the scene where he dreams that his family's killed by like Nazi werewolves. Like what a specific thing to include in your movie is a bunch of Gestapo werewolves with MP40s just mowing down your family. But yeah, that scared the hell out of me, and I think it's this movie has to be included on a top 10 list somewhere because of the transformation effects. When he transforms are so painful, kind of like we were talking
Yeah,
about in
it's
Splinter.
a
like,
lot of body horror. It's very
yeah,
body
it's
horror.
a very good body horror movie. And yeah, I mean, what else can you say about it? I like that it's a horror comedy,
Yeah.
but it's the comedy side of it. I feel like isn't appreciated until you've done multiple viewings.
hmm
Because when you first watch it, you're kind of not sure if you should be laughing at certain parts, but once you start to get the dark humor, and it's really really dark humor, it comes out. John Landis, of all people, made that movie.
It is legitimately funny
Yeah.
though. Like when you watch it, you're gonna get some legit laughs,
Mhm.
but you're also gonna get some legit scares.
Yeah.
Um, strikes a similar balance to like Ghostbusters, but more
Yeah.
adult.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a really good comparison. Didn't they come out the same year? Ghostbusters was 80. Wasn't I think it's earlier in the 80s than I think. Was it
I think
1980?
was it
1984.
80? I think it was. Yeah, I think it's like 83, 84.
Okay. But yeah, there's some aspects of the of of Ghostbusters that it reminds me of American Werewolf, like any of the POV scenes,
Mhm.
like the POV scenes in American Werewolf, like in the underground versus like the POV scenes in, I guess, the opening of Ghostbusters with the librarian.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love when you finally get to see the werewolf in his full form. the- okay, like the underground scene, that is so creepy and eerie when that guy is in the tunnel and you see that really wide shot from super far away and you see him kind of crawl into the frame, and they never let you see him until pretty much like towards the end of the movie, and even then
Yeah, it's still fleeting.
yeah.
It's only a couple seconds.
Hmm.
Cause like there's I mean even the way they use the light. So like that scene where he's chasing him, it's not like a subway or whatever,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like yeah, you
It's a
see
subway.
the silhouette of the wolf on like the stairs or whatever,
Hmm.
and you're just like they up the creep factor in a way that you wouldn't expect in a movie that
Yeah.
has so many like blatant comedic like beats,
Hmm.
and it's just yeah, it's surprising because it was one of the films that I had not watched
Hmm.
as a kid. So I like got to like, and it's weird because I'd watched so many like Silver Bullet. I watched all of the
Yeah.
Howling movies. Like I
Mhm.
watched so many werewolf movies. Like I saw like 3 Underworld movies before I ever saw a werewolf. I saw a werewolf
Yeah.
in London.
Well, I mean, this is one of the big ones, like
Yeah.
one of the most important, I feel.
It's
Yeah.
I think probably the most important werewolf
Mhm.
movie. I mean, outside of the Wolfman.
Sure.
Wolfman's probably obviously the
Well, the
most
Wolfman
important.
walked so American Werewolf
Yeah.
could run. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still the high mark in the genre.
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I mean, it's the benchmark for transformations. Like everybody wishes they could be that transformation. I feel like the Howling movies, like the Joe Dante movies, they try,
Mhm.
and there is a really good element of body horror in those movies, but certainly not as memorable.
No, I think the problem with it is they do the transformation so much they kind of lose the impact because you
Yeah.
see all of it all
Mhm.
of the time,
Yeah.
and it's just not. Although I will say the wolf transformations in Wolf Cop hilarious.
Yeah, those are good.
Like, they're good.
Yeah.
So I would put them like
Yeah.
American Werewolf in London, Wolf Cop, The Howl.
Yeah, The Howling 2, Your Sister's a Werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
And I mean like Ginger Snaps and like all of those movies and
Yeah.
stuff. Like it's
There's a lot of good in the genre, in the
Teen Wolf.
subgenre. Oh yeah, of course.
can't forget Teen Wolf.
Yeah. That's a good one. Not on the list, but but it's good as
Yeah.
far as horror comedies go. But yeah, that's I think another good entry point because it's intense, but it's not too intense. It has its moments of like relief, like the comic relief, and it's enough, or you can be like, okay, like I can kind of chill after
Yeah.
that. And it is a little bit of a slow burn,
It
the
is.
entire movie, but it's worth it. By the end of it, it's worth it. The ending's very tragic and very emotional. You didn't think you would be so invested in those characters' lives. Yeah, I can really find no wrong with that movie other than it's the pacing's a little slow, but it's worth it. And sometimes movies got to be slow sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be like it's not an action film by any
Mhm.
means, and it shouldn't be paced like it. Like it's at the perfect pace
Yeah.
for that film.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just there's nothing bad I'm ever gonna say about this.
Good. Good. I'm
Um,
glad.
Yeah, I love that film, and I feel like I feel like the way you felt about like not having Texas Chainsaw on yours, that's how I feel about American Werewolf. Because if
Yeah.
I didn't know you were gonna put yours on it, then
Uh-huh.
I probably would have put it on there.
Yeah, there's some movies that just have to be represented
Yeah,
no matter what. But I'm glad that we had the opportunity to share the list ahead of time. And that way we weren't going or retreading too much ground.
Yeah.
But yeah, because even 11 was difficult for me. And then
Oh,
between the both of us, 22 movies, like that's still even like that doesn't even scratch the surface of like what good is and what you should watch or look for and all that stuff. So yeah, the horror genre is a very
yeah,
deep well, and it's a fun thing to be into. Fun community, good stuff.
yep.
Yeah.
Cool merch.
Yes. Yeah. You're not going to be getting you know, uncut gems merch. And they probably have some good uncut gems merch, but still, you're not going to, see the fanatics going out there and getting vinyl of trying to think of a movie to shit on that doesn't deserve it, but but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I think everyone understands what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The Social Network.
Okay.
You're not gonna see uh Jesse Eisenberg at a convention in his old age.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's the nerd stuff that I think people get really passionate about,
Yeah,
and I think
whatever.
that's the horror genre in general.
And I will say this: the horror genre, especially the guys who played the slashers in the 70s and the 80s, probably the only genre outside of martial arts where the stuntmen get that much love.
Oh yeah,
Stunt teams.
and special effects.
Yeah.
Like all the fun stuff. The special effects is really what gets me excited about seeing a horror movie. Like like pushing the technical boundaries. That's cool. I'm into that.
Yeah, I remember being a young miscreant stealing copies of Fangoria from Eckerd's.
Hell yeah. Eckerd's. Oh my god. I haven't
I'm
thought about
old.
Eckerd's. Yeah.
I'm old.
Yeah. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Yeah. So I mean, it's I love this shit.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Well, yeah. Thank you for letting us share that with you. I guess we're probably going to have more of these talks about, hyper specific things. Not always about horror, but probably a lot.
Yeah, a lot of them.
But yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.